Welcome back. I'm Dalton Rose. I started working for a company called American Freightways back in 1995. It ended up being bought out in the year 2000 by FedEx. They changed the name to FedEx Freight. Well, in 1997, 1998, I got involved with a multi-level marketing company. A lot of people call them pyramid schemes and that they're illegal. They're illegal if you don't have any kind of product or service provided for the money that you give. With Changes International, a good way to tell whether it's a ripoff or not. If the bottom guy has a personality of a rock, can get nobody involved in the multi-level marketing company. If he got ripped off, then it's a scam. Stay away from it. But Changes International, what they had was good quality products. In fact, when I first heard about the products, that's what I did. I bought 6 bottles of their minerals, liquid minerals. And I had a ligament that went over the shoulder blade here, over the shoulder, and it was down in this area. And my mind had got where it blocked the pain. And I started taking these minerals for about 3 months. Just going to use the products. Was it going to try to sell the business? Was it going to be involved in the business? I signed up so I get the products cheaper and have them shipped to my house. Well, when I run out of minerals, the pain started coming back because my mind was no longer blocking the pain. The minerals have been blocking the pain. Now, these minerals, you can't. Theirs was diluted with some kind of orange drink. I bought some since then that was not diluted. And a thin layer of skin came off the inside of the roof of my mouth. You don't want to take that stuff straight. And what the colloidal minerals is, trees that fell 1,000 years ago got covered up with the dirt and the tree rotted away. You've probably seen it when you see an embankment that the road's been cut through. A thin layer of material. You scrape it out, it looks like leaves or pine bark from 1,000 years ago or 500 years ago. Well, those plants, those trees had the minerals inside their bodies, and as they deteriorated, the minerals are still locked in that layer. And that's what, and they process that out, so it's like dust, and they put it in distilled water. But you don't want to take this stuff straight. Well, one of the products they sold was antioxidants, real strong antioxidants. Well, it was super antioxidants: pine bark extract, grapeseed extract, and turmeric. Coumadin, which comes from the turmeric plant. And I had a cassette tape that I used to promote my business. Some guy had made this tape. It was professionally done. And I would give this to a possible person that I was interested in getting to the business. And it was an aid for me. Well, one of the guys that got involved in it was Jerry Webb. Worked at the Oklahoma City terminal with American Freightways. Well, he started taking the stuff. Can't tell any difference. But his mother came down to spend a week with him. And because of the audio tape that he had listened to, he started giving his mom this strong antioxidant. Well, she was going to stay with him for a week. And Jerry's wife had talked to Jerry's sister because mom stayed with the sister up there in Wichita. And Jerry was talking to his mom, not talking to the sister. Not that it was just the way it was. And Jerry's wife left for a couple of days on a trip. And Jerry slept during the day He got up, asked Mom what she wanted for supper. She said, I would love to have spaghetti. So he made enough spaghetti for 2 nights. That's what they had. They got up that afternoon. He had cooked spaghetti. They had that for supper. He went to work. We drove at night, pulling 2 trailers. I went from here to Springfield, Missouri on that bid, and he went from Oklahoma City to Springfield. So we got talking on the CB radio. I think he may have actually gone past Springfield to another town. I don't remember ever seeing him at the hotel, so I think he went through Springfield but didn't actually stop in Springfield, Missouri. Anyway, he had the spaghetti 2 nights in a row. When he got home the 3rd morning, his wife was back from her business trip, and they were talking before he went to bed. She said, "What did you have for supper last night?" He said, "Leftover spaghetti." And she said, "Your mom can't have spaghetti. That's one thing your sister said your mom could not have because it shot her blood sugar sky high. Right now it's at 360. And no matter what they do, they cannot get it below 360. So we got to go wake her up and check her blood sugar because it's sky high." They went in there and woke her up, and they checked her blood sugar. It's 110. Still a little on the high side, but nothing compared to what it used to be. And Jerry said the only thing different was the strong antioxidants that he gave her for 2 nights in a row. If you have a history, if your family history has diabetes, I highly recommend you get on grapeseed extract. I get mine from Piping Rock. It's 16,000 milligrams of grapeseed extract. It's very, very cheap and very, very good. I've learned to pay attention over the years of what's going on with my body. Sometimes if I don't take my grapeseed extract every day, if after 4 or 5 days I haven't taken it, and I'm up and I'm busy and I'm working, I don't want to take time to, like I'm working in the garden, for example, and I don't want to take time to eat breakfast. And I'm out there working, and I just grab a Snickers bar and eat it, and then go on back to work. Then, about 20 minutes later, my vision is a little blurry on the outside. The outside edge is a little blurry. Well, my neighbor told me that's because your blood sugar is sky high. And I said, okay, but I haven't been taking my grapeseed extract. So I take my grapeseed extract and I eat a Snickers bar. It never has that blurriness. I don't know what the grapeseed extract does, whether it's doing the same thing that insulin does. I don't know. I'm curious. I know people who have diabetes, and I wouldn't recommend them trying it because the strong antioxidants make you more of a free bleeder because it takes away the stickiness of blood. And because it takes away the stickiness of blood, it prevents blood clots from happening. Changes International had a video of a dark field microscope where they watched the platelets inside your body. And they showed the platelets sticking to the arteries. 20 minutes after taking the grapeseed extract, you can see it quiver, some of it quiver and then turn loose. Another one come there, quiver, and slowly but surely the plaque that was stuck to the walls of the arteries was turning loose. It prevents blood clots. But if you take an aspirin or blood thinner, you're a free bleeder. And now you take away the stickiness of blood, which makes you a free bleeder. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you have a history of diabetes in your family, you got to get on that stuff. One of the stories in that cassette that I used to give away to build Changes International business, this guy gave some to his dog. His dog was blind. He thought, well, it's good for humans. It should be good for his dog. So he'd give it to his dog every day. The dog was blind. And in a week or so, the dog could see again. Well, that's a testimony. And you take some testimonies with a grain of salt. You don't know. Especially if they're trying to build a business. You want to live a marketing business. You really take it with a grain of salt then. Especially if you don't know the person. Well, one of the guys in my downline had a dog that was blind. He lived just south of Dallas. And so he said, I'll try it. So he started giving it to his dog. And the eyesight started coming back in this dog's eyes. He said, but when the dog could see, it was mean. You reach to pick it up, you don't know if it's going to let you pick it up or whether it's going to bite you. When its eyesight started coming back, it got mean again. He said, the heck with you, go blind. So that's what happened. They let it go blind again. Well, I told this guy's testimony to my brother. He's the one that got me involved in Changes International. And a girl that worked with him at Train Air Conditioner Plant down there in Tyler gave it to her dog. Well, it wasn't her dog. It was her daughter's dog. But she was babysitting, or I guess you'd say dog sitting, for a week. And so she started giving it to that dog. And she was sitting, I guess like 2 days, 3 days later, she was sitting on the couch. And the dog was sitting next to her. And a cat walked across in front of the sliding glass door. And this blind dog started barking at that cat. Its eyesight was clearing up. The daughter got home the next day, took her dog, and she told her daughter about the grapeseed extract and what had happened with the dog barking at the cat. Daughter didn't believe it, took the dog home, left the grapeseed extract with her mother. 2 testimonies. The one I didn't know, but I know this other guy because I used to work with him. He's a FedEx freight driver right now. Anyway, I'd highly recommend it if you're got a history of diabetes in your family, get on that stuff. And I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.